So we've got a lot more we're gonna be sharing with you as we are talking about beauty meets tech. I have waited a very long time to talk to you about Artis brushes. Maybe you've been to Bergdorf's, Neiman's, Net-a-Porter, Saks Fifth Avenue. You have seen these brushes. You have never seen this value that we're offering you tonight. And what I'm thrilled about these brushes is that there's nothing like them. They were born from the realization that makeup brushes have never evolved from when brushes were first created. And Artis is the Latin word meaning skill, method, technique, all of that. So we're offering you the latest in the highest end prestige makeup brushes. This is one, there's like, I forget, 1.2 million posts on YouTube just about these Artis brushes. Bloggers, they're in every single major magazine. Everyone loves these. Why? Because they allow for your makeup to go on the way makeup was supposed to. It grabs up your makeup beautifully and lays it down on the skin the way that it is supposed to. And the brushes are so fine, they're 3 microns, which is smaller than you can see with the naked eye. So we're very thrilled to have Matthew Waitsmith, excuse me, joining us here today, who is the creator of these amazing brushes. And what we're thrilled about is that you've been in the industry for 4 decades, and you thought there's gotta be a better way for makeup to be applied, and what we're offering you no one else has. Starting off over here, this large brush, this is our Oval 6 brush, which I believe is sold out by itself, and already 200 of these have been pre-ordered, so this is a quick sellout. So right here, this brush is $55. Right here, and this brush, by the way, brush number 6, is for foundation, contour, and blush. It is so beautiful. Right next to that, this is Oval Brush 3. That's a $40 value. This is for eyeshadows, concealers, things like that. Brush number 1 is for liners and brows. So that brush number 1 is $35, brush number 3 is $40, Oval brush is $55. We're including the coolest brush cleaning pad, which is $25, and you're also receiving a brush cleansing foam, which is $15. It's $170. So today we're saving you, what, $80? It's on 4 credit card payments. It's $23.75. So we are thrilled to have Matthew joining us, who's a 40-year veteran. Excuse me, I stand corrected. I was trying to make you much younger in the beauty industry. But I have been a fan of yours for many, many years. And there's nothing like the Artis brushes. And I have to ask, how did you come up with these beautiful brushes?
You know, because I had used brushes all my life, I was one of those kids in a family that was always doing the artwork. So I had always used paintbrushes, even as a child. And after I finished university, the first job that I got was in photography, in commercial photography. And for that, I found out that you could paint on people and make really good money. So I thought, I'm going to use that same technique that I've always used as an artist on models, and it's going to make for a very long career, which it ended up doing. One of the things I learned, though, was that the same brushes that the industry calls makeup brushes are really watercolor brushes. They're art brushes. And so it was good for me as an artist to work on someone else or something else. But when it was awkward was when you had to take a conventional brush, turn it backwards on yourself,
yes,
look at your reverse reflection in the mirror, and try to create art. That was just awkward. Not for me as an artist working on someone else, but for someone to try to work on themselves. And even though I worked for a major makeup company for almost 20 years and taught everybody how to do makeup, I realized that it was always from the perspective of a makeup artist and never from the perspective of the actual consumer that was using it. So I wanted to invent a brush from scratch, one that was really a makeup brush, not just a copy of a watercolor brush or an art brush, one that really worked with cosmetic products instead of paints, and one that was meant to use on yourself. It was for self-application. So I looked to nature, and nature said, you know, you've got fingers here, and they're really good for doing things. Why don't you make that brush just like the finger? So that's what I did. So all the Artis brushes are really based on the idea of a finger and how you would move it across, with all the modern technology to make that application even better.
The handle, the way this is weighted. If you're like me, raise your hand at home, who can never get the wing on their eyes the correct way. You go to wing the right eye, and what are you doing? You're doing one of these, you're pulling to, then you go to the left eye, you're not pulling the right way, and one wing's higher than the other. This side looks like Cleopatra, this looks like Joan Jett. You know, this brush is it's balanced in the hand. So when you pull it, it's the natural pulling way. You know, when you think about a brush here like this, it's difficult, it makes so much sense. This was so easy, it was one swipe for me to go ahead and do that. So if you wanted over 300 ordered, this is a real quick sellout. This is only done for HSN, sold in the finest department stores, used by the biggest makeup celebrity artists, period. These are kind of untouchable. They always sell out. So this is designed to enhance the beauty benefits of the makeup products that you already use. So if you're saying to yourself, I have got all these brands, why is it that my application doesn't look like her application? It's about the brush.
It really is. You know, I've been around for 40 years. In those 40 years, a lot of cosmetic formulas really got very sophisticated, very, very refined. They didn't start out that way, but they are now. And now it really makes all the difference how you apply a product. People tend to focus on the actual product and the formula, thinking that that's the be-all, end-all, be-all. But the truth is, it's the application that really makes the difference these days. You can give me 5 skincare products, and I can either use them on you and make you look like you're on the cover of Vogue, or I can take those same products and make you look like you're Cirque du Soleil or something like that. But it's the application that really makes the difference.
Well, we're going to show you on your hand real quick how this works, and then we're going to go over to the girls. With everybody ordering, there's about 800, 700 left. That's it. This is our back order of our back order. Before we even came on air, Artis brushes basically sold out. So this is their back order of the back order here. This is all that we have remaining. So if you're even considering it, you deserve to have the finest quality brushes that money can buy. And that's exactly what you're getting for $23.75. When I say this makes the biggest difference, it's a night and day difference. We're going to show you right now using a traditional brush that you're going to spend $40 for. Watch the difference that this makes.
Now, with a traditional, you learn that you can't really place it on the skin and move it and expect it to be even.
See?
So you go back in the product and you go back and back and back, and you make lots and lots of marks. The difference with an Artis brush is you pick up the product and then you just move it across the skin, and suddenly you've got a completely even application.
Do you see that?
And those are the differences between what an Artis brush does and what a conventional brush does.
This is so cool. And he didn't stop there. This that I'm holding right here, you're saying, what does Amy keep showing? This is what we call the brush cleansing pad. Tell us real quick about this, because once we apply our eyeshadow or anything that's dry, any powder, this not only cleans it, but basically sanitizes it.
Well, you saw that I had a black eyeshadow on this brush. All you do is move it across this microfiber cloth here, and then suddenly there isn't any more product left. It's all gone.
Is that fabulous or what? That's so cool. And then when you're using wet products, we're also including a brush cleaner. So dry goes on this. This is your brush cleansing tablet. It's like a pad, so it's nice and hard on the bottom. Then you've got the microfiber here. If you're using wet, you're including a brush cleanser to use with this. So you can see over 400 ordered. We've got about 5 more minutes or sell out. All 3 brush heads have a purpose. Starting off over here, this is Oval 6, sold out by itself on hsn.com, sells everywhere for $55. And that Oval 6 is for foundation, contour, and blush. Let's move over here to number 3. Number 3 sells for $40. That one's used for eyeshadows, concealers. You want to use lips, you can use that. That by itself sells for $40. So right there, you're at the price of the entire set. We didn't stop there. We're also including number 1. That's your liner in your brow. That sells for $35. We're also including the cleansing mat. We're also including the foaming cleanser. You get it all today for $23.75. So we're gonna go over and show you here how this works and the difference it's going to make. Because when you think about it, most brushes don't do a great job of collecting any of the pigments or the powders. It has a tendency to want to grab, and that's what I want to show here on this. The difference between conventional brush 1, 2, and the Artis brush. The biggest difference that this makes, because watch the difference in this, because so many of us, we're using any type of brush and we're thinking, oh, I'm getting even application. You're not.
It's true. You know, when you go into a store and you say, I want a foundation brush, they'll give you one of these 2 types of brushes, kind of a paddle shape, or they'll give you one of these that's kind of a dual fiber. I want to show you on this black paper how those brushes really apply the product that you're using. So I'm going to use a powder foundation, which is still the #1 type of foundation that people use in the world. And I'm going to show you how it goes on the paper here.
And your fibers are different, correct?
They are. They're completely different. It's a trademarked fiber that we use called Cosma fiber. Now here's the second conventional brush, and I'll show you how that one goes on.
Ooh, see how that just grabbed right there? You can't blend that in. Sorry, I grabbed your brush.
And now I'll show you what happens if we use an Artis brush. Same product on same surface.
Do you see the difference in the coverage from the way that it grabbed the powder or liquid foundation or whatever it is? Notice how you're getting much more beautiful coverage than you are from this brush, which is what we're so used to seeing, or this brush. So whether it's foundations, whether it's powders, remember, this is 3 microns. Each one of these little bristles, it is so small you can't see each individual bristle with the human eye. That's what's giving you that coverage. And these are meant to last. You're gonna have these brushes forever. It's a one-time investment here. So we are talking about beauty meets tech, and we're gonna show you this coverage here. The smallest amount of makeup is all you need. It's all in the application.
Just a whisper. Just use a whisper of the amount of foundation or any other product that you normally use. Because the brushes are so efficient in how they distribute product across the skin that you only need a tiny amount.
I mean, I can't believe how I can't even tell where her skin and her foundation meets. That's the evenness and the coverage that you're getting here. These are extraordinary brushes. I know it's an investment, but like I said before, this is a one-time investment. You buy these one time, and you never have to buy any other brush again. They're easy for you to clean here. And we're giving you a foundation brush. We're giving you the blush brush, the eyeliner, the eyeshadow, the concealer. They all multitask. We're also giving you a maintenance program for your brushes. So you also have the cleansing pad, what we're calling here the brush cleansing pad. You're also receiving the brush cleansing foam here. So again, designed to enhance the beauty benefits of the makeup products you already use. So if you're saying to yourself, I'm not getting all that I possibly can out of my makeup, it's because of the brushes that you're using. They make the biggest difference. And again, when we look over here, maybe we could show that demo one more time. Sure. Because we're all used to using these 2 brushes, right? This is what we're used to using. Wait till you see the difference that his brush is going to make. See how that grabs? There's no blending. Here's what we're also used to seeing, and a lot of us spend $30 for one of these brushes. And a lot of times, they're boar hair brushes, and they don't really, they're harsh on some skin.
And that's a whole nother issue. You know, some people are really are very, very sensitive to animal hair. And we created a fiber that has nothing to do with animals at all, and now actually performs much, much better than animal hair does.
Is that amazing? All right, with everybody ordering, we've got about 200 left. This was done exclusively for you. You know, when you think about your background and what made you decide to do this, it makes so much sense because so many of us, you know, have to be photoshopped and all this. Wouldn't it be easier if we just had the right application?
Absolutely. And you can even see with this application that a conventional brush will actually exaggerate the texture of your skin. Who wants that to happen? Nobody. This brush actually makes it look so blended that it's like it's been airbrushed.
And that's what we want. We want an airbrushed, undetectable finish. So just give them a try. You've got a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. If you've ever been to Neiman's or Saks or Bergdorf's or even on YouTube and you watch a lot of the beauty bloggers, these are the brushes that they're grabbing, and we sell these individually. And you can go to hsn.com and buy these individually if you'd like. You're gonna be spending $80 more. And we're giving you the entire wardrobe that you need that all these beauty bloggers are using. The handle that you have here, the weight, it's not like it's too heavy in the front, too heavy in the back.
It's deliberately weighted, actually. Inside, there's a tiny little weight so that it's balanced from the front to the back. It just means that it's more comfortable in your hand and it's more ergonomic to use. And why shouldn't a great tool feel that way? You shouldn't have to work with a tool that's awkward, unbalanced, and it doesn't actually do a very good job. So I tried to create every sort of great asset that I could in these brushes, aside from being beautiful too.
Look at the coverage I just got. And I didn't even...
Was that what was left over?
That was what was left on. But do you see how even? Look at that, and I'm just swirling around. I mean, the brush is doing the work, you're not doing the work. That's what's exciting about having Artis here is let the brushes do the work. So often we struggle and we must have, what, 50 or 60 brushes, right? Yep. And this one's for this and this one's for that. You just need to have the right brushes to give you even flawless application. I mean, once you try them once, you're using less product.
You are.
A lot less product. That was the first thing that I noticed, a lot less product. You're not touching up throughout the day as much because I think it's so much more even.
It is, it is. There are thousands and thousands of fibers in every one of these brushes, and they take every particle of product that you're using and they find a perfect place for it to rest on your skin. Other brushes are like little tiny brooms. They kind of whisk the product all around. And so you sweep a little here and sweep a little there. And it's much, much better to have a brush that actually lays down just the right amount of product exactly where you want it, as evenly as you want it.
Look how beautiful that application is. And again, we're giving you everything that you need to take care of them. So now with everybody ordering, there might be 50 left, 60 left. So it is last call. If you want them, I highly recommend getting them here at HSN. If you've ever read about them, like I said, on YouTube or in all the major magazines, nobody has the value that we're able to offer you only here for our beauty report. This is Artis' big launch with us, as tonight we're focusing on beauty gets a little techie. And yes, they look techie, but aren't they easy to use? And they're so soft on the skin. That's another thing I wanted to talk about. Some brushes have a tendency to pull makeup, therefore pull the skin.
And it's dragging it across. You're not getting a good application.
Yes.
It's uncomfortable to use. These are like, some people describe them as little kisses from an angel. It kind of feels that way on the skin.
Look how beautiful. See that coverage? And when I say she's using dots, she's using dots of makeup. It's on how well this tool actually blends everything, and that's the important feature. So real quick, you're receiving brush number 6, brush number 3, and brush number 1. You're receiving the cleansing microfiber
pad,
what we're calling the pad, that you can go ahead and clean your brushes. In fact, we'll go over there quickly before these sell out. And, oh, are they almost sold out? Oh, I wanted to show, okay, we'll have to come back over here. Oh no. All right, if you're ordering, you have them. Otherwise, they're completely gone. You're gonna fall in love with them. And we sell other